Good morning, everybody, and happy Easter Sunday, Resurrection Sunday today. We are here at Magic Kingdom. This is a very special holiday for us because it means so much to us. And it's the first time that we're celebrating Easter without my dad. But we know that he is with Jesus right now, and we love that. And that's what Easter celebrates, is resurrection and hope for the future. So we are going to just enjoy today and spread that joy and love with others, we hope. And a nice cast member at the ferry boat gave us balloons. So sweet. We're going to see if maybe today we can find somebody to pass these on to and spread some more joy that way.
We're going to watch the parade and have an Easter dinner at Diamond Horseshoe, so come join us.
Please welcome Mr. and Mrs. Easter Bunny and their friends in our springtime pre-parade.
Spring, spring, spring. It's a beehive of butterfly in our life. Every family has plans in view. Even down in the brook, the underwater life is forever blowing bubbles too.
Such a gorgeous morning, isn't it?
It is beautiful.
The sky is blue.
Amazing weather.
It is. Although I'm already hot. I need to take this jacket off already. And I wasn't thinking this morning. There was a slight breeze on the ferry boat, which felt fabulous. And I thought, oh, I'll get a hot coffee. And then I was right at time for the parade, and the sun came out, and now I'm like, oh, I wish I would have got a cold coffee. I also learned the importance of getting a coffee sleeve, because that's hot. I think my hand's numb from holding it. The Easter parade is just so cute.
It is sweet.
And I love that it's got that kind of old Main Street flair with all the dapper costumes, and the dancers are dressed in the trolley show outfits they used to wear. I wish they'd bring that back.
They could.
I know. Well, we've got the Dapper Dans again, and we've got Casey's Corner pianist that always plays the piano at Casey's Corner, and both of those things came back, and they are must-dos. Definitely go see those performers whenever you're on Main Street. Like, don't skip over it. It's easy to do because Main Street's very busy, but if you can take a little time to step to the side and hear the Dapper Dan sing or enjoy a performance by the piano player, it's so good. And I'm hoping that that means that one day they'll bring back the trolley show too. And maybe the Main Street citizens, maybe.
Oh, I'm gonna cry now. I love them.
And the Hollywood citizens too.
Oh,
they were
yeah,
so good.
That's the ones I love the most, because that's Betty Shambles.
Yes. I don't know that we ever actually got to see the Main Street citizens perform fully. We would see them as we walked by, but I wish we would have been able to stop and see them. We learned the more we came to Disney is we made more of a priority to see the streetmospheres, they call it.
Yes.
The entertainment all throughout the parks, and it just really enhances your experience, and it's so fun and so full of joy, so we love to do that. Have some of my hot coffee on this 80-degree morning. A piping hot caffeinated beverage.
Thank you, Adam the Woo. He says it all the time and gave us a lovely little saying.
He says it better than me, but I always think of him whenever I have one. Actually, I started getting chai tea lattes because I really like chai. It has kind of a fall flavor, almost like a cinnamon flavor.
It is good though.
It's really good.
I really like it.
Yeah, I always think it's funny that one of the most peaceful places in the morning to sit and relax is by the fancy bathrooms. This is that little seating area that's right at the entrance of Fantasyland coming from Liberty Square. So you're right next to Haunted Mansion, and then Peter Pan is around the corner.
You can kind of miss it if you're not really looking for it.
It's got trees and bushes around it, but it's a nice place. They have tables and little barrels and tree stumps to sit on. They're themed tree stumps. It's not like you have to sit on a real tree stump or anything. I could just imagine ants in my pants if I did that, so let's not do that.
Ants in your pants?
Yeah. They also have places to charge, which is nice. Charge your devices.
Yeah, I might do that while I'm sitting here.
It's a good idea. That Disney app kind of runs your battery down sometimes.
I wanted to take a moment and talk about, we get asked a lot about our faith and why it's important to us and what it means. And this is Easter Sunday, so it's the perfect day to answer those questions that we get. It's really very important that we be able to explain why we believe what we believe. And for us, it became much more solidified, I guess you could say. It's deeper now that we really walked my husband, Emmy's dad, to heaven. You know, the day he went home to heaven, it was just hard but beautiful. To us, Jesus is so much more than a religion, so much more than a good teacher. It's just not even a question for us that even modern day scholars agree that he was real, that he was really crucified, that he really taught what he did. And just looking at all the evidence of people who shared that later and their stories were corroborated, and the fact that he fulfilled hundreds of prophecy that were said before he was even born. God came in my place, in your place, to take away the sting of death forever. Knowing that I will see my husband again someday soon, perfectly healed, and all of God's beautiful heavens. I honestly don't know what I would do if I didn't have that hope. I've had that hope all my life. It just became even more real to a depth I can't even describe. And so I don't know what I would do without that hope. I don't think I would make it. And so to know that, it just gives me an incredible peace. There are several miracles that happened during the 10 or so weeks from the time of his diagnosis with no symptoms until right before, just 2 weeks before, to the time he went home to heaven. It was just beautifully full of miracles. I don't even really know how else to say it. We've shared some of those. We'd like to share them with you all. We really have that hope that just can't be taken away from us. And so our faith guides us daily. It gives us joy when things are so incredibly hard. And so we just appreciate anyone that comes along who appreciates that joy. We really appreciate you guys coming alongside us and enjoying the parks with us. And you can't come all the time. We want to show you the parks and give you joy. You come all the time like we do, we still want to share the joy. You're coming on vacation, we want to give you the tips and the joy. It's just all about joy to us. So thank you for joining us along this journey, because that's what it is for sure. And just know that Jesus is our hope, and he can be your hope too. And I pray that he is, because there is no peace that feels like the peace of knowing we will be with God someday, and we will be with our loved ones.
Have you all ever looked for the hidden Pascals over here? There are little Pascal the chameleons from Tangled hidden all around this area. I'll show you one right now. It's right across from me. Can you see him? He's right there, under that flower container. He blends because he's a yellowish color to look like the wall behind. They are all around here, and they're so cute. And it's a fun little scavenger hunt to do with your family. Or if you're just like me and you just like Pascal and you want to find him. I found another Pascal. Do you want to see him? He's right on top of that lantern. Looks like Maximus left a snack. I like these flowers.
They're just beautiful. I love the mixture of all the colors and the delicateness, but they can withstand the sun.
They're so pretty. Dad always liked flowers, so I like to stop and look at them whenever I see them.
This one hasn't opened quite yet. Dash of color right in the middle.
Did you see the Pascal over here? There he is.
Oh, there he is.
Have you all found him all before?
The little purple flower just floating on its own. It's busy, but you know, it's not as busy as I thought it could be or would be.
True. We've seen a lot of people that have said they really like your shirt. It's an awesome shirt. Met a lot of nice people this weekend.
I really like the one shirt that the family we met had, and it's Jesus and it said BRB on it.
Yes.
Love that.
Yep.
I need that shirt.
Yeah, that was cool. They were so nice. We saw them on the train in Magic Kingdom. And then, funny enough, hours later, we were on the exact same monorail train together.
Not funny, that's God.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was really nice to talk to them. And we met this really nice couple at the Polynesian on the boat on our way over. Had such a nice conversation with them, and they're so sweet. So nice to meet such wonderful people. I think a chicken was here. Let's see what's in the Frontier Trading Post. Haven't been in here in a long time. Kind of forget this one's here.
Adorable ear.
I love those. Look at the side.
I've seen people have them.
Look at the side of it. The other side.
I'm sorry. Today is my favorite day. I love it.
I always point those out because I love them. I love these adaptable ears. I hope they make more of those. In the
What
future.
great ears.
I know, they're so cute.
That's it. Those are beautiful. These are beautiful too.
Mm-hmm.
I could have a wall full of ears if I'm not careful.
You could decorate with them.
Mickey ears if I
Just decorate with them.
could.
That's my plan. Is that a... Oh, it's a pin. Okay. That's cool. Never seen one like that before. Oh, I like this. I like this one. They're so cute. I think Sebastian's my favorite. Aw, it's the dog from Pirates. And Mickey. Ooh, there's some limited edition pins. Like that one. I like this Sorcerer Mickey one too. And this one, look at that.
I love that. That's
cool.
really cool.
I've never seen one with a 3D effect. That's cool. Oh, this one matches my Spirit jersey sweater that I have. There's a Magic Band that matches it too. Aww. They look so soft. That's a good place if you're a pin trader. To check that.
Pins in there.
There are a ton of pins in there.
I had some limited edition again.
I saw that and I captured a little bit of that, and they're in their cases in there. It's amazing how many things are just hidden on the walls back here that you would never notice if you weren't walking around. Like here's a rocking chair.
Rocking. It is rocking currently.
It's rocking on its own. Somebody just got out of it. I love that family stroller has a sign on it that says, "Let it go. This isn't your stroller."
That's hilarious.
We are checked in and headed to lunch. First time eating at the Diamond Horseshoe. It has the same kitchen and menu as the Liberty Tree Tavern right next door. And it has a lot of traditional type food that's great for the holidays. So things you would normally see at an American holiday feast. This is really surprisingly low crowds for Easter Day. There is nobody around us really, just here and there like normal. It's a nice relaxing day with beautiful weather.
It's really pretty. I like how
It
they
is.
did the font and the colors. It's very welcoming. We're just gonna eat slow because it's a nice homemade, home style dinner that I don't have to cook. That I wouldn't be able to cook.
I believe they bring this one to your table a lot like the Polynesian is.
Yeah.
So, unlike the Crystal Palace, which is a buffet, this one is family style where they bring it to you and they just keep refilling whatever you like.
And they never rush you. I love
Yeah.
it. They never rush you. They just want you to feel like you're just enjoying the relaxing time.
Yeah,
So for Easter, it's perfect.
it is.
And plus, I love roasted turkey and stuffing.
Macaroni and cheese. Ooh.
I hope they have mashed potatoes. That's the one thing I'm like, I hope they do.
Ooey gooey toffee cake. Now I know why they call it that because I just went ooh.
And it's good.
Yeah. Ooey gooey. Sounds good.
It does.
Okay, so you checked in on the app, right? So you can do that up to 20 minutes ahead of time.
Yes, or 15 minutes at the stand where the cast member is. So I just check in on them.
Nice.
The handy dandy app.
The handy dandy notebook. Little
That's
tidbit
a
from my
blues
childhood.
clues. Yes. Mail's in.
Yep. We just got a letter. Okay, I won't sing. Who doesn't know that song, though, that is my age? Probably everybody
Or my
watched that
age.
show. Because you watched it with your kids?
Yeah.
I remember I had the mailbox toy, and I had the handy dandy notebook.
And of course you had Blue.
Yeah, I did. That's right. I had Blue, and she talked. Well, as Blue talked, with her little woo 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 sounds.
Yes. Oh, I remember that. That's
Yeah.
so sweet.
Mm-hmm. That was back when Steve was on. There's been a few people since Steve, and I don't think they're all named Steve, but I remember Steve. So since we've checked in, I'm going to go over here, and we're going to say hi to Goofy. Not everybody knows Goofy's over here. So right next to Liberty Tree Tavern, that's the restrooms that walk through to Adventureland. Here is a very adventure-ready Goofy. It's kind of hard to see him because there's a big glare with a tree, but let me see if I can move it this way. Can you see him?
It's also a very short goof.
His face reminds me of the ones that they had at the outlets for a very long time.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, also the ones over by International Gateway and Epcot, they also look like the same statues, that statue characters that were at the outlets. I wonder if they are the same ones, because I don't think they have them there anymore.
Moved him here, you mean?
Yeah, and dressed him up.
Probably had some.
They might have, yeah. It's a certain time period style, I think.
It goes with this area.
Yes. Man, that sky is so blue. It's so beautiful. And the clouds are like perfectly white and fluffy. They remind me of Toy Story clouds. There's the riverboat.
Reminds me of when I was, well, I don't really remember this. I just remember the stories from my family. When they came to the little hometown area where we lived, they were filming the movie Tom Sawyer. So this was back in like 1970, probably 3 or 4, somewhere around there. And I've watched the movie since then, to understand it and appreciate it. But I remember my mom telling me that, like, one of the crew members for the movie came up and talked to me in the stroller and said he thought I would be his star someday or something, It's just something fun. Does this count? Like,
Right. Sure. You're on YouTube TV. Well, not really, but it's sort
I
of.
call it our show.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't know what else to call it.
Isn't that funny? I've had people tell me that too when I was young.
Yeah, you did. They told me that about you. We just, it's that overflowing, bubbly personality maybe. Although I'm tired today, so I'm not overflowing too much. It was just a really neat memory, and seeing that boat come in like that. And just,
Yeah.
you know how things just kind of remind you of something in your childhood. Of course, like my brain, things can just pop in there out of the blue.
Oh yeah, I think Inside Out nailed that with the memories where they're in the memory bank and they shoot up the wrong ones.
Yes, that's what I feel, because I feel sometimes I'll have a memory that's like 40 years old, and I haven't been thinking about anything to do with it.
That weird?
It is weird.
It is weird.
I think it's just because my brain gets bored.
Like here's one. Here's a classic from
I'm like,
the
no, thank you.
1980s.
Right.
It's like a radio DJ. Here we're gonna take it all the way back to 1982.
Oh, that takes me back to listening to Casey Kasem's Top 40.
Oh yeah, I'd have to have a little more of a Disney voice for that one. Going all the way back to 1980.
There you go. You almost nailed it.
Nailed it in the way like on Netflix nailed it, or nailed it
that
like
reminds
actually.
me. When we used to, years ago, watch Nailed It, and I thought, that's how I cook. I could be on that show.
I would probably be too bad. They'd be like, it's not even edible.
She can't even measure. Right. You measure, but that's how it would probably be if I went on there.
I always tell people I can burn water. It's just a natural challenge I have.
burn water. That reminds me.
How much of a rabbit hole will we go down?
My brain.
Rabbit hole for Easter.
There we came full circle.
There it is. The steam engine always just sounds like an X-wing going by. Wrong park. So that's what I think of every time I feel like I'm in Galaxy's Edge when I stand over here.
When I hear it, I think it's sighing like, let's get this boat going.
The boat is thinking like Loki, where he's like, I've been falling for 30 minutes. The boat's like, I've been loading for 30 minutes. What are these little black flying bugs? We didn't have those in Missouri. They're just like little, they just kind of flip about in the wind. And I don't know what they are, but they know exactly when you have food. I hardly see them until I pull out food, and then there's like 14 hovering around my food.
Well, you don't have food right now?
No, I just saw one go by. Like, it's not staying
Searching
around
for somebody
me.
else's food?
Somebody. I think so. We were at Fat Burger the other day. Well, like 2 weeks ago. I always say the other day. It was like 2 months ago. I don't know. Whenever it opened, we got the Fat Burger meals, and we went across.
Oh, and there were like 40 at one time.
Yeah, because we
all of a
sat
sudden.
outside next to the Publix because they didn't have outdoor seating, which is weird. I would expect more Florida places to have outdoor seating.
It's a story for another
It's
day.
interesting.
It baffles me.
Yeah. But anyway, we were sitting at Publix, and these, as soon as I pull my food out, these bugs just like come flocking.
They're like little round, puffy looking, like they have fur, but they don't. It's like a lot of
They do?
wings or something. That's what it looks like to me.
I
They
haven't
look,
looked that
maybe they
close.
have a lot of wings, or
They do. It
Like,
looks like
there's
they have a couple of layers.
some kind of something. It
Like
reminds
hard
me of
wings
those-
and soft wings.
maybe that's what it is. Because it reminds me of those moths that look fuzzy.
Oh yeah.
They kind of remind me of that, but they're not moths. They're
These
like
little
round.
black bugs. There's one over there right now, but they never land hardly, so it's not easy to show. But they're like solid black, and they look like a beetle because I think they have hard shell wings that pop up and then little
All
soft
kinds of things fascinate us. Can you tell?
What it's a wing. I always think of Dim in Bug's Life. His wings were always flapping, and he pulled the big ones up, and Tuck and Roll would sit behind him. Conversations you have while you're waiting to be called for food.
I could eat y'all. Oh, looky there. They just notified us.
Food time. That's so neat. I didn't know it did that. That's awesome. Piano's playing itself. Oh, yeah.
Sun's getting shuttery, just one like the pottery. Spring, spring, spring. Every family has plans in view. Even down in the pumpkin under one light is forever blowing bubbles too. Moving on and moving, and when they move you over, I'll be around as well in the Easter parade on the avenue. I'm not the girl I'm taking to the Easter.
Dapper Dans. Let's show what we do, what we've been practicing. Some of us did show the rehearsal last time. Okay. Here we go. And how do you like it so far? I'm walking right down Main Street, USA. It's the heartbeat of the holiday. Thank you, one and all, and welcome everybody to Main Street, USA. For those of you just joining us, we're the Dapper Dans.
The finest barbershop quartet in a 2-block radius.
I have bought for Margie, where my inspiration days are never blue. The island loves to run away. Here Tony, I will watch what you will say. And it's you on for Mark every day. So stand all around, there's bubbles on the ground. Take it. Now all the turkeys down. Take it.
Thanks everybody, welcome to Main Street USA, and thanks for joining us, the Dapper Dans, this afternoon for a little barbershop harmony. We have a few more songs we'd like to share with you this afternoon. Continuing with this next favorite of ours to sing, it's entitled, Get Off the Stove, Grandma, You're Too Old to Ride the Range.
That song's a gas. I don't think they want to hear that. I think these folks want to hear a love song. In fact, I think they want to hear my favorite love song. It's simply entitled, I Kissed Her in the Fog and Missed. Just like that song you missed. The joke missed it. Knock it up. Let me sing something in the middle, like Jolly Holiday, right? Oh, ain't it a glorious day, bright as the morning in May. Whoa, it's a jolly holiday with Mary. Mary makes your heart so light. When the day's gray and ordinary, Mary makes the sun shine bright. When Mary holds your hand, you feel so grand. Your heart starts beating like a big brass band. Oh, it's a jolly holiday with Mary. No wonder that it's Mary that we love. Oh, what a holiday. A bright and jolly day. When the day is gray and ordinary, Mary makes it bright. Hey! All right, we say hey and you say what? Hey! What? What did Mickey say when we asked about his dog? What? Nothing. We don't talk about Pluto. No. Wow. Where does Buzz Lightyear do his shopping? Where? At Bed, Bath, and Beyond! And now, folks, the Dapper Dans would like to prove that even the classics can be played on these, the 120-year-old Deegan organ chimes.
By performing for you Rachmaninoff's Prelude in C-sharp minor. We don't know that one, stupid.
So instead, we'd like to play a song that's indeed a classic. Sing along. And the crowd goes mild. For every man there's a woman, but the Iceman has his pick. I didn't like that one. right, I'll tell you what, let's don't do that. Let's see if we... How about a sing-along? You like Disney? Yeah. You don't like Disney? You're spending all your money here. You know, let's try that again. You like Disney? Yeah. You like sing-alongs? Yeah. Good. Supercalifragilistic?
Expialidocious.
That's it. It's a sing-along. You're not singing.
Supercalifragilistic, expialidocious. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small. Who's the leader of the club is made for you and me? MICKEYMOUSC. Neither high nor holy or as welcome as can be.
Well, thanks everybody. If you enjoy our show, we are the Dapper Dans of Main Street.
And if you did not enjoy our show, then we're the Vienna Boys Choir.
We'll sing a song and it won't be very long. Come down so long, so
Goodness. I never had to take off that mask.
This is fast today.
Yeah. A little outside. Oh my goodness. Like no hesitation whatsoever. Patiently waiting for them to come down. There it was. Oh, that was literally the fastest ride we've ever had on that ride. Were we in and out of there in like 15 minutes?
I know, I feel like it.
That was weird, but great. We literally just like walked on it.
You know what was strange? It felt like the ride was fast and then it was smooth. It was
Yeah.
fast and it was smooth. That's different.
You know, it was down all day the other day when we were here. What, like 2 days ago?
Did they fix
Did they do something to it? Because it was really smooth and we didn't stop hardly at all. You know how usually they took
something.
off immediately and then on the end it usually stops really hard, but today it didn't. That was interesting.
It was great.
Yeah.
I wanted to be over.
Oh, you mean because they're too short?
Yeah.
I know.
We have long queues. This is so
know.
great. I mean, for a holiday.
Yeah. We are currently at Pinocchio Village House, taking a little refreshment break. For anybody who doesn't know, any quick service restaurant usually has free ice water. You just walk up to the counter and they'll give you some. So it's really important when you're out here in the heat all the time. I was going to talk a little bit about our lunch at the Diamond Horseshoe, because it's a really neat place, but the acoustics, not so great. So it's pretty loud in there. It's pretty loud in here too, but believe it or not, it was actually louder over there. But we had a really good meal there. They brought everything to the table. There was a salad. It had cranberries, and it was like a mixed greens vinaigrette, sort of.
It was, but it was one of the better ones. It was a
Yeah.
perfect blend of sweet and tangy.
Was it a citrusy flavor? I feel like it was, but I'm not very good at
I'd
that.
have to go read the menu again to remember. All I know is it was called Yummy.
It should have been if it wasn't. And then they brought out rolls that were like a garlic butter roll, like a dinner roll. Those were also very good, nice and soft and moist. The main course was a turkey slice, like a really big slice of turkey, a couple of big slices of pork, pot roast. There was macaroni and cheese that was very creamy, mashed potatoes that was like the whole mashed potato, like the skin on the mashed potato mashed in. It was super creamy, not lumpy at all. So I always prefer my mashed potatoes not to be lumpy.
The skins weren't it wasn't a lot. It was
True.
just a little amount.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was really good. And it had a really rich flavor to the mashed potatoes, which I really like. Green beans with like a garlic sauce on them, which you can get most places
It
here.
wasn't a sauce though. It
True.
was like a garlic butter.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's a better way to describe it. Like, you could see the little pieces of garlic. It wasn't like a sauce, you're right, it was like a butter. Which I've had before, believe it or not, at Pop Century, and they were also really good there. So they're very good green beans that they have most places. There was also cranberry sauce, more like canned cranberry sauce, but not where it keeps like the shape of the can. It was really smooth, but also kind of jelly. So my preferred version of cranberry sauce. The turkey was good. It was like a traditional roast turkey. The pork, I'm not a
Loin.
pork loin, yeah. I'm not a huge pork fan, so that was probably my least favorite thing of the dish, but it was still done really well.
It had big mushrooms on it.
Yes.
Mushroom sauce, which I liked a little bit, but it wasn't my favorite.
Yeah,
Like
that was
the-
probably my least favorite.
The roast beast different franchise.
Yeah, right.
Was excellent. It was like they had slow cooked it for like a century. It was so good.
Yeah, and it had a sauce on it, I believe,
No,
wasn't
I
it?
think
Was
that
it
was
not?
just the broth.
Wow, that was
Yes.
really good
It was
broth.
amazing, but I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it was just the broth. It was
Wow. And then it came with a gravy boat that had, I think, turkey gravy.
Yeah.
Which also wasn't my favorite. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't my personal favorite. Because I prefer chicken gravy even on my turkey. For whatever reason, I just like it better. But the entire meal was really good.
It's not a character meal.
Right.
But as far as like the more expensive dining,
Right.
it was one of the least expensive ones. And it was well worth it.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't any higher than going to, say, a restaurant, one of the bigger restaurant chains.
The dessert was a ooey gooey toffee cake. I would almost describe it more like a cookie cake.
It was like a candy bar.
It did taste like
it
a
had
candy bar.
Candy bar crumbles or something, and the ice cream had the crumbles on top, and the cake had it like in it, and it had some sort of caramel sauce. Toffee, not coffee. I thought you said coffee.
We had one of those moments, if you all ever seen that, I think it was a Discover commercial where it was fraud protection. They kept saying frog protection.
Yes, fraud protection.
Frog. We had one of those. It was toffee. I don't know who's saying what. It was toffee with a T, and it was very good. We were so full we couldn't finish a good portion of it, but it was a lot of food for two people. The atmosphere itself, I would say, is cool because it's like an old saloon type. It had a self-playing piano, and there was like a saloon bar where they would give you your drinks, and that's even where you would get your iced tea. They'd bring it over from there. You were kind of sitting in like a saloon type room, like a big open room. There were only probably about 20 tables in that entire restaurant.
I can understand why it feels that. Why it's hard to get a reservation sometimes, and I can understand why.
Yeah, because it was very small. I didn't expect to have so few seats.
I think if some restaurants in Disney have a much louder atmosphere because of the acoustics and the close quarters,
Sort of like this one.
and this one's very loud. Can you hear me now?
Right.
This is very
I've
loud.
got a microphone on and it's still hard to hear. The Diamond Horseshoe was a large room, like tall ceilings, but it was small amount of space. So it was just sort of like everybody echoed up into the ceilings.
But it wasn't quite as bad as Mexico Pavilion and Epcot and the
San Angel Inn?
yes.
Yes.
So
that
those
one is like,
tables, you feel like you're sitting with another party.
You are.
Because you're really close.
you literally are. Like it's basically like tables put together to make like a bar.
But it's not
Yeah.
not as loud as these are.
Probably because it's such a huge room.
Yeah, and also it's really dark and it's like you're outside, but you're really inside, so it keeps
People are
quiet.
more relaxed and quiet, yeah.
It's great for a special day like today. Like if you don't want a home cooked meal, you don't want to cook it. Like I'm not really good at cooking, so
I'm
it's
not
nice
either.
to have somebody else cooking.
You're way better than me.
Well,
I'm not
I
either.
practiced a little bit. But I would say it's not a great meal option for the hot summer here because it's a heavy meal. Like it was nice today because it was cooler and we were relaxed. It was an Easter dinner for us, and maybe Thanksgiving would be great, but
it's very much a traditional American Thanksgiving style cuisine.
I would stuffing. Did you mention?
Yeah, stuffing. Yeah, that's true. There was stuffing.
Or dressing, as some people call it.
Yeah.
But like, I wouldn't want to eat that and come out to 95-degree weather.
But overall, really good food. We had great service. It was a really good experience and a nice holiday meal.
Yeah.
We sat Dad's picture beside us so that we could think of him and remember all the great times we had together as a family with our family meals.
He would have liked that place because it had steer horns.
Yeah, he would have. He liked Western stuff.
Yeah, they had like the old saloon style pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, he would have loved
One
that.
really strange thing about it is you had to go outside to the bathroom.
That is. I've noticed a few restaurants here like that, and I'm always surprised.
Yeah, and when I gotta go, I gotta go.
Yeah, it's sort of like here at Pinocchio Village House, the closest restroom is the Tangled bathrooms, which were all the way down around past Small World. They don't have any bathrooms here, at least not regularly. Maybe they technically do and they just don't open them much, but every time I've asked, they've always said to go that way.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah. That's a lot of coins.
It's a puppy world.
Yes.
It's a small world. For your safety, please remain seated when allowed to board.
I don't think I ever noticed those are hearts. My favorite goats. Surfer defies gravity. I love how the little girl on the ride behind us was belting the song as much as she could.
Her brother was too behind me.
That was cute.
It was really cute.
It was. We came off the ride and she's still singing.
I
It's
know.
so adorable.
I know. You can hear her still.
You can. I love it. She's having such a good time. Ooh, what's happening to my hair?
The breeze.
Wind. Oh, traffic jam. I don't know if everybody knows those are there inside the castle walkway. They're so pretty.
Well, since it's not always open, too.
Yeah.
I thought now.
They close it for shows and fireworks, so you have to catch it whenever it's open. That song's so much fun.
I sing it at night in my sleep.
I do too. I think I wake up singing it.
I do.
sometimes. You dream about Vamos.
I think I just wake up singing it.
I feel like that needs to be our tagline. There's adventure everywhere.
Even in our dreams.
Yeah. Well, it was another fun and joyous day here at Magic Kingdom for another holiday. It's been really great. It's been
really
the
has.
holidays here. It's been a really a big blessing for us. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah. It's been a great day of weather, and people have been really nice. It wasn't too cold.
Yeah.
It was great. I mean, you can't really go by that for the next Easter.
True.
There's no predicting anything.
Crowds
Disney
are
World anymore.
unpredictable.
If that's the only predictable thing.
Yes.
They're unpredictable.
You can guess, but you never know.
Yeah. Check out our other vlogs and reviews and everything that we hope you find helpful and joyous.
Yeah, we're just building a library because we're here all the time. You never know what we're gonna do next. So.
And what we'll run into, what we'll see.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of surprises along the way.
There are surprises around every corner.
It is awesome.
More and more all the time, right?
It is. There are. Yeah. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.
Yeah, have a blessed Resurrection Sunday and Easter, and have a blessed week as well. And we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah.